Now we will quickly determine how to find the square root of these three numbers by following this method. So in the first step, we know that it's going to be an even digit number because this number 9409 has four digits, and which means we can skip the step 2 and move on to the step 3. So here we have to place the bars, which is 9409. So since it is an even digit number, we place the first bar on top of the leftmost two digits, and then we can place the bar on the two digits consecutively. Now in step 4, we know that our answer is going to be two digits, so it's going to be two digits. And then in fifth step, we are going to find the first digit of our answer, and for that we take the bar representation of the number that we determined from step 3, that is like this. And so which means we have to take the first bar number, that is 94, and we have to find a perfect square number which is less than or equal to 94. And clearly we can know that the square of 9, which is 81, this is closer to 94 than the other digits. So our answer, the first digit of our answer number is going to be 9, which we have entered here. And then finally, in the last step, we need to identify the second digit. And for that, we take the last digit of our number for which we have to find the square root, and that is 9. And we need to find which number square ends with 9. Clearly, it's going to be either 3 or 7 because 3 squared is 9, and then 7 squared is also 9, which means in our answer can be either 93 or 97. Now we have to determine whether it is 93 or 97, and for that we take the first multiple, 10 multiple of this 9, which is 90, and then the next 10 multiple is 100, and we find their squares. The square of 90 is going to be 81, that is 8100, because the square of 9 is 81. So we put 81 and then put two digits, and then the square of 100 is going to be 10,000. And after we found this, we have to input our actual number and find the difference. That is, here we have to find the difference of our actual number from these two numbers, that is from 8100 and from 10,000. So let's find the difference. The difference of 8100 with 9409, and that is 1309. And then the difference of 9409 with 10,000, and that is going to be 591. So this difference 591 is closer to 10,000, which means our number, the square root of our number should be closer to 10,000. So we have to choose this 7, because 7 is closer to, if we consider the numbers as 97 and 93, 97 will be closer to, the square of 97 is closer to 10,000 than the square of 93. And so therefore the second digit of our number is, is 97. And so therefore the square root of our number 9409 is 97. We will now quickly determine the square root of this number 256, and we are going to do this like a proof because we have learned this method by doing several other problems. So clearly this 256 is a three-digit number, which means it is an odd digit number, and therefore we have to place the first bar on the leftmost one digit. So I place the bar on top of 2, and then the bar on the next two digits, and which means now we have to take this number 2 and find a number whose square is less than or equal to 2. So clearly the number 1, its square is 1, which is less than or equal to 2. And so therefore in our answer, the first digit is going to be 1. And then to determine the second digit, we take our actual number and find the last digit, which is 6. And we need to know which number ends with the digit 6. So it's going to be either 4 or 6, because 4 squared is 16. This ends with the digit 6. And similarly, 6 squared is also 36, which is also ending with 6. So either it's going to be the digit 4 or 6 for our second digit, which means our number is going to be either 14 or 60. And now we have to decide between these two. And so for this, we first take the first 10 multiple, which is closer to 14, and then to 16. So they are 10 and 20. And then find their squares, which is 100 and 400. Then we place our original number and find the difference. So if we place our original number 256 and find the difference, we see that the difference of 256 with 100 is 156, and then the difference of 400 with 256 is 144. So clearly 144 is much closer to the 400 than the 156. So therefore, we have to consider the number that is closer to 20, so which is 16. So therefore, the second digit of our number is going to be 6. And finally, the answer to this, that is the square root of 60, the 256 is 16. Now we'll find the square root of this number 4225. So 4225, clearly this has 4 digits, which means it is an even digit number. So we have to take the first two digits and then place our bars, and then the bar on the next two digits consecutively. So we have to first find the first digit of our answer. For that, we take the first bar number, which is 42, and determine the number whose square is less than or equal to 42. Clearly, it's going to be 6, because 6 squared is 36, and this is less than 42. And so, therefore, the first digit of our answer is 6. And then to determine the second digit, we look at the last digit of our last number, and that is 5. And since it ends with the 5, we can see that only the square of 5 ends with the square of 5 is 25, ends with 5. No other number, their squares ends with 5. So we can easily put 5 as the second digit of our answer. And we don't have to do as like what we have done in the previous problems. And so therefore the square root of 4225 is 65.